Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review / recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 18. It's titled, What's Our Safe Word? Anyway, first couple, Nicole and Chris. They just got back from the retreat, and they enter the apartment, and they both are in their messy closet, I guess, unpacking. And Nicole is talking about Chris seeing her competitive side when they were playing putt-putt golf or miniature golf. But she wasn't being competitive. She was putting down the game, calling it a child's game. You know? She was calling it a child's game because for some reason she couldn't get any balls in the holes. So she had come up with a safe word for Chris to use whenever she's getting out of control. And the safe word is pineapples. I guess she likes pineapples. So Nicole asked Chris if she was... This thing is crooked. Looks like it's going to fall too. Anyway, Nicole asked Chris if she was, being out of control. While they were playing the game. And he said no. But he also said he's not going to use that word pineapple. He said if she's out of control, if she's getting out of control, he'll just give her a look. Or he'll give her a touch or a nudge or whatever. He's not going to scream out, pineapple! Who'd want to do that? She's crazy. So he told her, get rid of them damn pineapples. Pineapples all over the apartment. Get rid of them. She goes, well, I guess I'll put them in my office. So next scene, we see him handing her pineapples and she's putting them in a box to get rid of them or to put them in her office or whatever. I wouldn't want to live with her either. Freaking figurines of pineapples all over the place. Who wants that? Next scene, Chris and his brother go to look at vintage cars. And after that, they sit down to talk, and Chris tells his brother that him and Nicole are getting along well, but her personality is more intense than his personality is. Chris told his brother that Nicole criticizes her body a lot. He told his brother that when he think of decision day, he asked himself, can he see himself being married to this person for the rest of his life? Well, Chris, you done messed up because you told her you love her, and now she's looking for an apartment that will accept all 3 dogs because you told her you loved her. So you messed up. Now you're wondering, can I see myself living with this person for the rest of my life? You shouldn't have told her you loved her because you don't. Anyway, next scene. Nicole FaceTime with her father, and she's pretending that she does not know whether or not she's going to say yes on decision day. We know she's going to say yes on decision day because she's looking for an apartment that's going to accept all 3 dogs. So what the hell is her problem now? What's she talking about? We know she's going to say yes on decision day. So then she bitches to her father that Chris doesn't want to discuss the living situation after decision day. And the father don't care. The father either say yes or say no. Do whatever you want to do. You don't care. Why did she even call him? Next, Jasmine and Aris. They're back in their apartment after the trip, and they're in bed. And Aris tells Jasmine to continue speaking up, and make herself the best version of herself. Then he asks her what does she need from him, and she says to continue to give her a safe space so that she can keep on speaking up. She said the same crap she said at the retreat about 50 million times. And she says she wants intimacy. Okay, Aris told her that when she hugs him and holds his hand, it feels natural, it doesn't feel forced, and they should continue doing that. And Jasmine is on cloud 9. Why, I don't know. Poor thing. She just wants what's his name, Aris, to break her heart. That's all she's gonna get is a broken heart from that damn Aris. Next scene, Gina and Jasmine, they go to a pole dancing class. Jasmine said that since their husband don't find them attractive, then they maybe need to get their sexy back. Did they lose their sexy? Anyway, Jasmine is degrading herself just to get Harris to like her. That's how I see that. She's degrading herself. So during the class, Harris shows up. And then all the other ladies, they leave out. And then Jasmine pole dance for Harris while he throws money at her. And now Harris wants a stripper pole in the house. All I can do is shake my head and say, poor Jasmine. The next scene, the experts sent them, Jasmine and Harris, blindfolds, candles, handcuffs, a massager, and feathers. Harris put on a blindfold, and Jasmine runs the feather over his feet. Then he tells her to put on the blindfold, and he gives her a foot massage. Now, why does she have to be blindfolded in order to get a foot massage? Why? I don't get that. I don't understand. But Jasmine had some crusty toes. Her toes are crusty. Ooh. Anyway, then Harris puts on the handcuffs, and Jasmine gives him a massage. Why did he have to have the handcuffs on for her to give him a massage? I don't understand. After that, Harris told Jasmine to slap him. So she slaps him in the face. He says, harder. She slaps him again. He says, harder. She slaps him again. So now we know Harris likes it rough. Poor Jasmine. She's not into that. She's just not into that crap. And I don't blame her because I'm not into that either. I'm not into that pain and punishment. Pain for pleasure bull crap. I'm not into that. Next scene, they go to a psychic. A palm reader named Jennifer. And Jennifer tells Harris that he is a strong, confident man, but he's also confusing and weak. And she tells this by having him write his signature, his full name, and then she reads his signature, and then she says he's a strong, confident man, but he's confusing and weak. She told him that he is still discovering who he is. She told Jasmine, by her signature, she told Jasmine that she is strong and powerful, and she knows who she is, and she knows what she is doing, and she is confident, but she questions herself a lot, and she carries a lot of fear. She said Jasmine has fears of making mistakes, fears of regrets, and fears of failing. Her reading is bull. It's bull. Her reading is centered on what everybody feels. She told them both that they were strong and confident. And sometimes I feel strong and confident, and sometimes I don't. Then she says Harris wishes Jasmine well. Well, I always thought he wished her well. I didn't think he wants her to be run over by a bus. Then she talks about a motherly figure that cooked for Harris. And I can name a bunch of motherly figures that cooked for me. Why is this thing like this? My mother, my godmother, my grandmother, my aunt, my great-grandmother. A lot of people can name motherly figures that cooked for them. Her reading is bullshit. Then she told him this person wants him to settle down and have kids. Let me tell you something. There's a camera in this woman's face. That means she knows that she's on a show called Married at First Sight. The show is paying her for this so-called reading. So she's going to say what they want her to say. Jennifer, just stop it and go home. Stop it, Jennifer. Next is Gina and Clint. We see Clint and Hank. They're hanging out. And Hank claims that Clint claims that Hank likes him better than Gina. Next we see Clint with McKinley. And they're working out. They're at the gym working out. And Clint tells McKinley that he grazed Gina's butt. And then he apologized for it, but Gina didn't mind. And he said that they are not intimate, but everything else is good with them. In his confessional, McKinley said that Clint and Gina are not attracted to each other, but him and Gina are attracted to each other, and they have more in common than Clint and Gina does. He said maybe they would go on a date if Gina and Clint weren't married. And he said he wished that he was matched with Gina instead of Dominique. I think Clint and Dominic should have been matched together. I think those two would have liked each other better than McKinley and Gina. I don't think McKinley and Gina would make a good couple. I think Gina wants a black man. Yeah, I think Gina wants a black man. Anyway, McKinley told Clint that he has been dating, but no one special. McKinley wants so badly to go on a date with Gina, he asks Clint what's his next step with the process and where does he see things going with Gina. And Clint told him that he plans on going sailing. If Gina comes, she comes. And I wonder if Clint picks up on the fact that McKinley has a crush on Gina. I wonder if he knows it. In the back of his mind, he knows that. Anyway, next, Gina takes Clint to get a haircut. Why didn't she do it herself? She's a hairstylist. Why didn't she cut his hair herself? But the hairstylist, what's his name, Marlon? He was not bad to look at, though. He wasn't a bad guy to look at. And I like Clint's hair the way it is. I don't think he needs a haircut. I think he needs a shave. But anyway, after he got his haircut, I didn't like the haircut. The haircut made his head look big. I didn't like it. The next scene, DP and PC comes over for a visit. Now, DP is Dr. Pepper and PC is Pastor Cal. So DP asked them if they saw the movie she suggested that they see, and they both said no. And Clint said they were too busy. They had to go on a retreat. They were too busy. And Dr. Pepper said, DP, she said, if I had given you money, she named a figure. I can't remember the figure. If I hadn't given you money to go see the movie, you bet you would have seen it. And Clint said, yeah, I agree with that fact. Yeah, I agree with that statement. PC told them that their body language looks like they're close to each other or close with each other. And Gina tells them that she has only a friendship with Clint. And DP says to them, at the wedding, you guys were hugging and kissing. What happened? Were you faking it? And Gina said, we were just in the moment. And Clint said, we were doing what the people expected us to do. We gave the people what they wanted. We were at a wedding. That's what they do at a wedding. PC asked them if they think they are compatible. And Clint said, yes, he thinks that they're compatible. He said they're business-oriented, they're both successful, and they're both driven. PC said, so what's the problem? Clint said, the problem is the physical aspect. He said, we don't have a yearning to get romantic with each other. And PC asked Gina if she agrees. And she said, yeah, she agrees. She said, they're not physically attracted to each other. And then she says, our personalities does not even match. Gina said, Clint's personality is wild, outrageous, fun, and he is the life of the party. Then she said, he has a crass sense of humor, which is embarrassing. Gina's a bitch. Gina's a bitch. I can't believe she did that to him. I can't believe it. He can't believe it either. He's sitting there all shocked. She said she is not attracted to that. And she said he doesn't make her feel like a wife. But do she make him feel like a husband? Huh? She didn't even want to move into the apartment with him. And then when they forced her to move into the apartment with him, she didn't even want to sleep in the same bedroom with him. She slept in a separate bedroom, separate bed, separate bedroom. Is she being a wife to him? No. Clint is sitting there dumbfounded. I think he even wanted to cry. Gina said Clint never pursued her. But Clint cooked for her. He took her sailing. He went to visit her little janky salon. He helped her host her employees when they came over and cooked for them. He take care of her dog. He's been doing everything for her, and she does absolutely nothing for him. What more does she want from this man? What has she done for him but take him to get a horrible haircut? Like this one. Huh? What has she done for him? Nothing. She's a freaking hypocrite. DP asks Clint if he agrees. How the hell are you going to ask him for... So he agrees that he's a hypocrite? I mean, no. He agrees that he's a crass, embarrassing person? Is that what you're asking if he agrees? Clint says, well, I cook for her. I guess he was asking if Clint agrees that he hasn't been pursuing her. Clint said, well, I cooked for her. She said, you cook. You didn't cook specifically for me. You just cooked. This bitch. Oh, yeah. Gina needs a man that will speak up for himself and not allow her to railroad him. That's what she needs. She needs a man that's going to speak up for himself. Because Clint, he's not speaking up for himself. I guess he's shocked. He don't know what to say. She blindsided him. DP said to Gina, what could he have done to be a husband to you? And Gina said, I don't know. I don't know. She said, he treats me the way he treats everybody else. And poor Clint. He is shocked and hurt. He don't know what to say. He's just sitting there dumbfounded. And then the damn experts, they didn't hold Gina's feet to the fire and say, well, are you being a wife to him? What have you done to be a wife for him? Nobody's saying that to her. I think Gina is still hurt that Clint said he's more attracted to thin, athletic women. Because she knows she'll never, ever be that. I mean, she can be that, but she knows she'll never, ever be that. Last but not least, Kirsten and Shaquille. Kirsten meet up with her brother William. Kirsten told William that she and Shaquille, they don't discuss what's going to happen after the process is over. She also tells him that the physical connection is not there and they're not being affectionate towards each other. She said she don't feel like he's trying to win her over. William told Kirsten that Shaquille has a lot on his plate. He goes to school, he has a job, and now he's married. He has a lot on his plate. Well, you know what? The experts should not have allowed him to come on this show because he's not ready for a wife. He has too much going on. He's still in school, and he's working. How can he do all of that and cater to a wife and spend time with a wife? He shouldn't have been on the show, and the experts should not have allowed him to be on this show. You know? Kirsten told William that Shaquille wants to meet everyone in the family. And Kirsten told William that she is going to have a get-together with him, her mother, and Shaquille and her. And then later on, she'll take Shaquille over to her father's house for her to meet the father. But she also said she has 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. And she said right now she is not feeling the marriage 100%. Next scene, Shaquille FaceTime with a friend named Sherman, I think it was. And Shaquille tells Sherman that his and Kirsten's marriage is a 6 or a 10. No, a 6 or a 7. He says because he's trying to balance work and school. Shaquille said that him and Kirsten are growing, but he doesn't know if they're growing together. Excuse me. Shaquille tells Sherman that he has not met Kirsten's father and he wants to be included in her life. I don't think Kirsten's father wants to meet Shaquille. If he wanted to meet Shaquille, he would have met Shaquille by now. He would have been at the wedding. He would have met Shaquille by now. He don't want to meet no Shaquille. He don't. Next scene, Kirsten comes home to the apartment and Shaquille is cooking. I don't know what the hell he's cooking. He looks like he's cooking shrimp. Then he's telling her to make pancakes. Then he looks like he's doing some vegetables, seasoning some vegetables. Then he's cooking bacon. What the hell? I don't know what he's cooking. Anyway, Kirsten told Shaquille about the conversation she had with her brother. She told Shaquille that she was inviting her family over. Shaquille asked her why has it taken this long to invite them over. And Kirsten told him that she took this long to invite them over because they were working. Shaquille, he's such a freaking baby. He wants to know if they want to meet him. And if they wanted to meet him, they should have met him already. He's such a big baby. Just said, okay, I can't wait to meet them. I can't wait to see them. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Just say that. But no, he wants to know, why haven't they been over before? Do they really want to meet me? Shaquille, shut up. He's starting to annoy me. You know what? I used to prefer Shaquille over Kirsten. Now I'm preferring Kirsten over Shaquille. I find him annoying and I find him to be a whiny baby. Kirsten told him that the reason her family haven't met him is because they work. They have a schedule. The schedule didn't match up, you know, for him to meet them. And whether she's lying or not, all Shaquille had to say is, okay, I can't wait to meet them. I can't wait to see them and spend some time with them. That's all you have to say. But no, not Shaquille. Not whiny baby Shaquille. He wants to know. He says to her, he says, their schedule have been a problem for 2 months? Shaquille, if she says they couldn't meet you because they were working, just accept it. If she's lying, then she's lying. Just accept it. Jeez Louise, what do you want her to say? No, they don't want to meet you. They don't like you. No, they don't want to meet you because I'm going to say no on decision day. What do you want from her? What do you want her to say? What do you want to hear right here, right now? What do you want to hear? He just keep his damn mouth shut. Say, okay, I can't wait to see him. And keep his damn mouth shut. He's picking at her and picking at her. Then he starts, in his confessional, he's talking shit about her family. He said that her family can't show up for her. He said, what kind of family she got? Shaquille is being an ass. Because if I was her family member and I heard him say that I can't show up for her, I'd be pissed at him. You better be hope that they don't hear him say that, because they're gonna be pissed at him for saying that shit. He better not be surprised if they don't like him. And then he's still harassing her. He asked her if they don't want to meet me because of of us not being together after decision day. Is that the reason why they don't want to meet me? He's still harassing her. Leave her alone and just say, okay, I can't wait to see them. But Kirsten said, that's not what it is. And then she told him, she said, I told my brother that I feel like you don't even like me. She told him that he comes home and he doesn't seem happy to be home. And he doesn't talk to her when he comes home. And then they showed a clip of him walking around the apartment, being moody and ignoring Kirsten. Shaquille doesn't act like a man. He acts like a pouty child. That's very unattractive and very immature. I would not want him to meet my family either. Then they showed more clips of him sitting beside her and being on his phone and ignoring her. And then Shaquille told her, we didn't have a conversation about this. So I didn't know you felt that way. He didn't know she felt like he didn't like her. She said, well, I'm telling you now, and we can work on it. And Shaquille is making me think that he acts one way in front of the camera, and when they turn the camera off, he acts a totally different way. So last episode, Kirsten kept saying that we don't communicate. And I kept thinking that they live together. They see each other every day. They sleep in the same bed. They must talk to each other every day. So what does she want from him? And now I see him ignoring her. So now I understand what she's talking about. That couldn't be my husband. So next scene, we see Shaquille buckling her shoe. And of course, he's in front of the camera, so he's going to do that for her. If the cameras were off, he wouldn't be doing that. He'd be ignoring the hell out of her. So they get all dressed up, and then they go sit in an empty church to talk. Next scene, Kirsten's mother comes over, and her brother was not able to make it. And Shaquille thinks that's weird that her brother wasn't able to make it. Kirsten said her brother had to work. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. So what? Just accept it, Shaquille. So then the mother comes over, they sit down to eat, and she asks, how is the marriage going? And Shaquille told the mother that he helped Kirsten break down her walls, and now he has his walls up. And Kirsten told her mother that she wants Shaquille to be happy when he comes home. To be happy when he sees her, and happy when he comes home. And the mother told them to expect to have letdowns, to expect to be let down. And that's the reason I'm not married right now. I got let down too many times. It's too many times. Anyway, the mother told them not to expect anything. Just enjoy each other. Well, Lavana, I think that's what her name is. Lavanda. That's easier said than done. Okay? That's easier said than done. Anyway, this is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.